Hello! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. The cards I'm using for this week are The Art of Love Tarot by Denise Jarvie, artwork by Tony Carmine Salerno. Let's see if we can get that all in there and then get it a little closer so you can freeze frame and get the spellings of that if you want. There is a website on the back. It is blueangelonline.com. There's even some verbiage there if you're interested in it. That's for the tarot portion. And the Oracle cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jessie Reish, and at the bottom is the website hayhouse.com. And lastly, I do use dice for this. They're from Amazon.com. This is what they are. They're metal dice. I use the 20 dice for the major arcana. 21 is missing, obviously, but you know, I just work with it. And then for the minor arcana, I use the 4 dice, the 1 through 4, to decide which element. So I start with fire, earth, water, air. That's how I do it. Fire, earth, I think so. And then whatever that lands on, that's what I go with. And then it's a 1 to 12 dice. 1 being the ace and 12 being the knight. I just work, it doesn't have the queen and king, but I roll with it. It works for me, in case you're wondering. Alright, thank you for tuning into this week, and now on to your read. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. This reading is valid for whenever you come to it. That being said, what do we have for Sagittarius? Like, the cards are not bad, but I keep getting something about the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Okay. Okay. So, there's a lot of, like, communication that needs to happen. It's a lot about communication, and I think that's what this is pivoting on. It's less physical action and more communication, listening, talking. It seems like Sagittarius is more of a doer. You can hold up a conversation, I'm sure, but like this is going to be a lot of talking. And it's like stressful to me. It's kind of like, oh my God, why can't we just do something? You got the 4 of Wands in the past. It's about something that's already been done. Already happened. And you want to move forward. But it's kind of like, I feel like we have to go back and deal with something that's already happened. It's a lot of talking. Somebody else is starting this conversation. I don't think this is a conversation you can really get out of. I know there's something else I want to talk about here, but I haven't really. Like, what else is going on with this? There's a level of something. Somebody's not going to let you move on from this. Somebody else is upset. That's a big piece of this too. This conversation, that's something that's already happened. Somebody else is starting the conversation, and I think the person who's starting the conversation is upset. And they're looking for some type of either justification or retribution. One of the two, if not both. The sooner you deal with it, the easier it's going to be, is what I'm also getting. This is not going away, and the sooner you just go in there and handle it, the sooner it moves on. I do get the sense that it's like, it's not working out like somebody says, I want to talk about this. Okay, let's just talk about it. It's not like that. It's more like somebody says, I want to talk about this. I can talk about this next Tuesday at 11 p.m. or something weird like that. Or next Wednesday at 5 in the morning. I get that it's some awkward time. it's not right away. It's in the future. They want to set up this meeting, and it's at some awkward time is what I'm also getting. Awkward time. I keep getting this awkward, like, okay, that's an odd time, but okay. There's more than one person. There's more than one person that's going to be a part of this conversation is what I'm also getting. I don't know if you're aware of that, but if you aren't, I'm getting there's more than one person part of this conversation. I don't know if it's in person or not. I don't know if it's in person or not. I think it depends on your situation. Could be. The Page of Cups and the King of Wands. So Page of Water, King of Fire. There's distance between when we actually it comes in quick. I want to talk about this, but there's distance between when you actually talk about it and the offer comes in or the request comes in. Try to make it sooner rather than later if you have an option on that. You got to make sure you're there is what I'm also getting. It's not something you're really going to be able to miss. It's more of something like if you don't show up, they're going to hound you until you do. And it's going to get more difficult the longer you push it off. Okay. I don't feel like you did anything wrong, by the way. So I don't know if somebody's pushing upon you as if you did something wrong. I don't feel like you did. Because I feel like I'm nervous. Two of Angels, I believe Angels are swords in this situation, in this deck. Pretty confident with that, actually. I feel like you have the need to block it. It's not going away. I don't think you did anything wrong, but I feel like I'm nervous, like people are going to start blaming me or pointing fingers, like, Sag. Like, I feel like it's just, I feel like somebody's going to accuse me of stuff, like, I didn't do anything purposely wrong. I don't feel like you did anything purposely wrong, but I feel like even beyond that, I don't think you really did anything wrong beyond that. So you definitely didn't do anything purposely wrong, but I actually also don't think you actually did anything literally wrong. So going into that, having that, when you have this meeting, because I don't think you're going to get out of it, it's just when it comes in. The sooner you go towards it, the better. Don't try to fix it, which may seem strange. Do not try to fix it. Don't try to be the one where you're like, if somebody blames you for something in the past, don't be like, well, this is what I'll do to fix that, and I'll go do this after, and I'll go do... Do not actively try to fix it. Queen of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Fire, Queen of Earth. Do not become that leader and just kind of like, okay, I'll just go back and fix it. Or I'll do this to make that right. Or I'll bend over backwards and do 3 half splits so that this will make you happy. What's a half split? I don't even know if that's even real. Is a half split even a thing? I don't even know where. Like, because it makes me feel like you're going to offer to do something that just doesn't make realistic sense anyway. But it's kind of like, all right, you're upset with me. I'll try to make it right. I'll try to make it right. No, don't do that. Just listen. Listen to what's going on. The advice is to don't go back and try to fix it. Don't try to make other people happy. I feel like that's hard because I feel like that's the knee-jerk reaction. Like, all right, you're upset. Here, I'll just do this. I'll just bend over backwards and do 3 half splits. Does that work? Are you happy now? Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know what, there's this need to do that. I don't know where that's coming from, but I keep feeling it. What they're saying to do, which is the harder thing to do, but will lead to success, is just talk it out. Only talk it out. Do not offer to do things. Do not offer to do things, because if they're already blaming you, saying that you did something in the past, first of all, you didn't do it purposely incorrect, and second of all, I really don't think you did. Talk about it. Let it become a learning experience. Explain, like, well, this happened, so I did that. There may be a lot here where you're like, well, I don't remember what I was thinking at the time. When things were needed to be done, I just did the best in the moment to keep things moving. Just talk it out. Talk it out only. I know that's the Ten of Wands, which is another fire card, but I feel like it's a stay still, talk it out. It's more stressful. The Teacher card is there, which is, what is that actually? That's the Hierophant. Just talking about what you know, what you remember, and what you did. Is that what I did? Okay, I don't remember it, but I can see why I would do this. This is why I would have done that. I feel like there's going to be a few of those moments. Like, I don't legitimately remember making that decision, but I do believe I made it. I just don't consciously recall it, but I believe I did it because you can see like that my signature is there, and I can see me doing that, and this is why I would have done it that way. Or maybe you do remember in the moment, in this moment, that's what I knew, this is what I thought, so that's why I did this. Let them, just give them the facts, let them figure out why you did what. Just keep putting your best foot forward. Like, I didn't do anything to make things worse. I just did everything to try to make things better, and I did what I could in the moment. Talk only. I know it's hard. I feel like this is really hard because Sag is a doer. Sag is a doer. You want to get things done. Just talk it out. Talk it out only. I feel like this is really difficult, but I'm getting like... And realize, looking backwards, you didn't do anything purposely, maliciously. Nothing in this situation feels that way to me. And remember that, and make sure you impress upon other people that same thing. Like, I was trying to do my best in the moment. And when you're running a race and somebody throws a cup of water at you, if you bat it away because you think it's coming at your face, well, that's what you had to do in the moment. You didn't mean to flip somebody off in the process, but maybe you did. Wasn't my intention, didn't realize they took it that way, but that cup of water was coming at me, and it was just in my face. I had to get it out of my face. I wasn't looking to offend anybody. I just, you know, when somebody just put something in your face, my first reaction was to bat it out of my face. I didn't do it maliciously. They shocked me, and I just needed it out of my face, and I kept running and kept going. The ending of this is, I feel like, is good. Especially if you just talk it out. In fact, I feel like you need to just talk it out because you didn't do anything wrong and you didn't do anything maliciously, and I feel like people know that. You don't have to like bend yourself into a pretzel and try to make things happen that you can't do anyway to prove that. You don't need to do that. The truth of you, this is the Temperance card. Yep. The 14 is the Temperance card. It's the Harmony card in this. This is you coming forward and your truth coming forward. It will come forward one way or another. You don't have to bend yourself in a pretzel to prove it. And it's not going to help you to do so. Now, other people in this situation, other people just want to, like, there's somebody else who did do something they shouldn't have, and somebody else who might have had malicious intent. In whatever variation you needed that. I'm getting, somebody's trying to get out of responsibility here. Whoever, the Empress, is that the Empress? The Empress is trying to find the truth. They're going to realize it wasn't you. They need to figure out who actually did make a mistake. Somebody might have tried to set it up to make it look like it was your fault. You don't need to worry about that. That's not something you need to worry about. If somebody else was being unscrupulous, malicious, negative intent, whatever you want to call it, if that's there, you just got to tell the truth, and I feel like you're going to want to anyway. Just don't try to bend over backwards to make it happen. This other person is just going to take the information they get from you. They'll find the person who's trying to sneak out on responsibility. That's not something you have to worry about. Your whole job here is to give forth that knowledge for that person to figure it out. That's all. I do feel like you're doing that anyway. It's just you don't have to bend yourself in a pretzel to do it. That's all they're saying. Alright, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.